Hey, everybody. This is Rudy Stankiewicz. This is the Talking Pools podcast, and this is Friday. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Got some cool stuff for you today. Again, things that have nothing to do with each other. Today, I want to talk about the electrochemical interactions in saltwater pools, specifically understanding the role of redox reactions in chlorine generation. Also, I'm going to leap from there into leveraging technology for growth, looking at digital tools for your pool service businesses. On September 30th, 2024, a dating fire broke out at the Biolab factory in Conyers, Georgia, releasing toxic gas and forcing over 90,000 Rockdale County residents to shelter in place. The incident marks the second major safety violation by the company in 2024, following a similar event in Louisiana earlier that year. The Biolab facility, owned by KIK Consumer Products, has a troubling history of safety violations. In July of 2024, at their Louisiana plant, a fire led to a shelter-in-place order, further raising questions about the company's safety protocols. In 2004, another fire at the Conyers location drew attention from regulators, but little has changed, as demonstrated by the latest fire. Following the September fire, the Chemical Safety Board, CSB, opened an investigation into the incident. Legal actions quickly followed, with residents filing class action lawsuits citing negligence, property damage, and loss of income. Lawsuits claim Biolab failed to adequately address prior safety issues, putting both the environment and community at risk. Biolab issued a statement following the fire, expressing their commitment to resolving the situation and thanking the unified command response team led by Rockdale Fire Department for their efforts. The company detailed how chemicals in their facility, when exposed to water, released chlorine gas, contributing to the ongoing haze over the facility. They deployed specialist hazmat crews from neighboring states and engaged water management companies and chemical experts to neutralize the chemical reactions and manage the air quality. Biolab has also set up a community assistance center to help affected residents and has made donations to local organizations like Rockdale Emergency Fund and United Way of Greater Atlanta to assist in recovery efforts. Despite Biolab's efforts to address the situation, local residents remain skeptical. Class action lawsuits filed in federal court accuse Biolab and KIK Consumer Products of negligence and creating a public nuisance. Plaintiffs argue that the fire was preventable and caused significant harm, including property damage, health risks, and loss of business income. Environmental groups and lawmakers have called for stricter regulations and, in some cases, the permanent closure of the Conyers plant. They argue that Biolab's repeated violations demonstrate a failure to prioritize safety, creating ongoing risks for that community. The environmental and economic impacts of the fire continue to unfold. Residents have expressed concerns about long-term contamination and its effect on property values. Businesses have suffered significant financial losses due to evacuation orders, and property owners fear the lingering effects of chlorine contamination in the air and water. With lawsuits underway, environmental agencies monitoring the site, the future of the Biolab facility is uncertain. The incident has sparked wider conversations about corporate accountability in its industries dealing with hazardous materials, and many hope for stricter regulations to prevent similar disasters in the future. The Biolab fire of September 30th is a stark reminder of the need for stringent safety standards, particularly when handling dangerous chemicals. As the community recovers and legal proceedings continue, the outcome of this crisis will likely shape the future regulatory approaches for chemical facilities across the country. Biolab's commitment to resolving the crisis and assisting the community will be closely watched as local residents, lawmakers, and environmentalists seek accountability and long-term safety assurances. Do keep in mind that this information is as of October 4th.
Note that Rudy did ask KIK Consumer Products to comment on the concerns about the impact this fire in Conyers would have on chlorine availability. He was instead directed to their website at www.kikcorp.com/updates- regarding Biolabs Conyers facility/. Fortunately, at this point in time, KIK, or Biolab have yet to address the product availability concern.
Now off to Pete with his tip of the day.
What's going on, guys? Pete the Pool Guy, Coachella Valley Pool's Daily Dose Tip of the Day. I already got my abuelita from Dutch Brothers. I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Let's make this day happen. Today's tip, let's stay focused on our grind. Don't let negative energy weigh you down. Instead, rise above it and keep a positive mindset. Be better people by focusing on your own work and growth, not on how other people, other pool guys, other pool techs do their jobs. Avoid spreading lies and nonsense about each other. It only takes you further away from your goals. Stay focused, people. Me, I'm here to help. I'm here to love. I'm here to bring positive energy to this pool industry. You'll never hear me speak negative about any other pool guy because that's not the way I roll. I'm trying to bring positivity. You can't control what other people say. You can only control how you respond. But stay focused and stay in the course. That's what's important. Let's elevate each other and keep pushing forward. Okay? Tip of the day. We got this, people. Let's go.
Tip of the day is brought to you by Coachella Valley Pools of Instagram.
Why have less nickel when you can have more? If you're looking for longevity, efficiency, and strength, Raypak's Avia with NiTech might be for you. NiTech is Raypak's exclusive solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to cupro nickel in critical surfaces, NiTech creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation, erosion, without compromising on thermal efficiency. Dive into the details at raypak.com/NiTech. Again, that's raypak.com/NiTech.
Ventura, California, October 1st, 2024. Aquastar Pool Products Incorporated has hired Corey Wax as Regional Sales Manager covering Northern California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Utah. Prior to joining Aquastar, Wax spent the last 8 years working in sales for Alpha West Marketing Group, a pool industry manufacturer's representative group representing 38 vendors. In 2022, he won the Sales Rep of the Year award. Aquastar is known in the industry for safety, quality, and consistency. I am excited to join a company that has not only a solid track record, but is a driving force for new innovation in the pool industry, said Wax. I admire how Aquastar has been at the forefront of building relationships with the pool service industry by embracing digital tools and resources to get their message out to younger pool pros. They are a company focused on the future, and I am looking forward to being part of it. Aquastar also announced that Regional Sales Manager Omar Plasencia's role will be expanded to include international expansion into Mexico. Plasencia will continue supporting Southern California, Nevada, and Arizona. Since joining Aquastar in 2022, Plasencia has been instrumental in the company's growth throughout California and the Southwest. I am excited for the challenge of expanding Aquastar's presence in Mexico while continuing to serve customers across the Southwest, said Plasencia. We are so excited to welcome Corey to the Aquastar family. He brings a tremendous wealth of knowledge and unmatched passion for this industry, said Todd Pieri, president of Aquastar Pool Products. The ability to expand our presence into Mexico is a result of investments we have made in our people and products. We could not be more enthusiastic about our future. Corey Wax and Omar Plasencia's positions are effective immediately. Corey can be reached at 707-708-9326. Email Corey at aquastarpoolproducts.com. Omar Plasencia can be reached at 805-794-7663. Email Omar at aquastarpoolproducts.com.
We all know saltwater pools are an extremely popular choice for residential and commercial swimming pools due to the perceived benefits of softer water, reduced chemical maintenance, and more consistent chlorine levels. Let's face it, it is a little bit like cruise control as far as chlorine delivery goes in comparison to an erosion feeder where you see more of the EKG line as the tablets erode and dissolve. So the core of the saltwater system is the saltwater generator, which relies on electrochemical reactions in order to generate chlorine from dissolved salt. So you add salt to water, it dissociates into both sodium and chloride. This process, fundamentally driven by redox, reduction oxidation reactions, wherein sodium chloride is split into its constituent ions and chlorine gas is produced at the anode before dissolving into hypochlorous acid, which is the killing form of chlorine, the active sanitizer in your pool water. Today, I want to take a deep dive into the electrochemical principles that underlie chlorine generation in saltwater pools. I want to examine redox reactions involved, and I want to explore the potential side reactions and complications in various water chemistries. The heart of saltwater chlorination is the electrolytic cell. That has two electrodes, an anode and a cathode. They're typically made from material like titanium. Then they're coated in ruthenium oxide to prevent corrosion and to promote efficient redox reactions. So the system operates by passing a direct current through the salt water, initiating a series of electrochemical reactions that convert sodium chloride into chlorine gas and sodium hydroxide. Of course, the primary reaction in the electrolytic cell is the oxidation of chloride ions at the anode. Chloride, which is the most abundant in the water due to the dissolved or dissociated NaCl, it loses an electron through oxidation and is converted to chlorine gas. At the cathode, water is reduced, producing hydrogen gas and hydroxide ions. The overall electrical chemical process can be summarized by the half reactions, the anode reaction, which is oxidation, and the cathode reaction, which would then be reduction. The net result of these reactions is the formation of chlorine gas at the anode, which immediately dissolves in the water to form hypochlorous acid and hypochlorite ions. Depending on the water's pH, we know chlorine's effectiveness is pH dependent. When we say effectiveness, we're talking about the percentage of hypochlorous acid versus hypochlorite ion in free chlorine, two parts of a whole. We've discussed that before. Depending on the water's pH, that will determine which we have more of. The lower the pH, the more hypochlorous acid. The higher the pH, the more hypochlorite ion. Simultaneously, hydrogen gas bubbles form at the cathode, and those bubble off inside that salt cell continuously. So in practice, the dissolved chlorine gas reacts with the water to form hypochlorous acid, which is a potent oxidizer. That's what neutralizes bacteria, algae, and other organic contaminants that you might have in the water. So in a saltwater pool, we typically keep the chlorine level between 1 to 3 parts per million, with the chlorinator continually generating chlorine as needed to sustain those levels. That's where you get that cruise control thing going on. The efficiency of chlorine generation in a saltwater chlorinator is governed by the electrochemical potential at the anode and cathode. Redox potential, measured in volts, describes the ability of a substance to gain or lose electrons. Chloride ions have a relatively low oxidation potential, approximately 1.36 volts, meaning they can be readily oxidized at the anode when a sufficient voltage is applied across those electrodes. But the potential difference across the electrolytic cell must be carefully controlled, because if the voltage applies exceeds the necessary threshold for chloride oxidation, you can get undesirable side reactions leading to the generation of byproducts that could impact water quality or longevity of the cell. Common side reactions would include the formation of oxygen gas, which is O2, through water oxidation at the anode, which would then compete with the desired chlorine generation. The overpotential at the electrodes refers to the additional voltage required beyond the theoretical value to drive the redox reactions. It's influenced by a few different factors, including electrode material, water temperature, and the concentration of dissolved ions. Materials like titanium coated with ruthenium oxide or platinum are often chosen for electrodes because of their low overpotential and high resistance to corrosion, ensuring a more efficient and sustained chlorine production over time. But the water chemistry of that saltwater pool can significantly affect the efficiency of chlorine generation and the occurrence of those side reactions. Factors such as pH, total dissolved solids, calcium hardness, and the presence of contaminants like metals and phosphates can alter the electrochemical environment within the electrolytic cell and impact the overall chlorination process. One of the most important parameters to monitor in the saltwater pool is pH because it directly influences the speciation of chlorine, the active sanitizer in pool water, again, hypochlorous acid, which forms when chlorine gas dissolves in water. However, hypochlorous acid is in equilibrium with its conjugate base, which is the hypochlorite ion. We talked about weak acids and conjugate bases when we were talking about buffers a few episodes ago. And the relative concentrations of these, whether it's hypochlorite ion or hypochlorous acid, like we just mentioned, it's dependent upon the pH. At lower pH levels, less than 7.5, the majority of the free chlorine in the water exists as hypochlorous acid, which is approximately 80 to 100 times more effective a disinfectant than the hypochlorite ion. As the pH increases, the equilibrium shifts toward the less effective hypochlorite ion. Maintaining your pH between 7.2 and 7.6, critical to ensure the chlorinator produces sufficient hypochlorous acid for effective pool sanitation. And we discussed other reasons why chlorine level of 7.5 or less is beneficial. Again, algae prefers a higher pH, 7.6 and higher. That's where it thrives. So maintaining a pH less than 7.5, you create an environment that's less conducive to algae growth. At a higher pH, hypochlorite ions we just discussed are in a greater percentage. Guess what? Hypochlorite ions do not have the same attraction to cyanuric acid that hypochlorous acid does. So at a higher pH, those tend to peel away and then can be burnt off by solar UV degradation, the rays from the sun. Total dissolved solids, that is everything dissolved in that body of water, everything that came with it from the tap, everything that fell from the sky, everything that you added to it, all of it, including sodium chloride, calcium, magnesium, and then any other salts that may be there. In a saltwater pool, TDS is dominated by sodium chloride, typically maintained at concentrations of 3,000 to 4,000 parts per million in order to support chlorine generation. Conductivity of the pool water, which determines how easily electric current flows between the electrodes and the chlorinator, is directly related to TDS levels, because as the concentration of dissolved ions increases, so does the conductivity. That reduces the amount of energy required to drive the electrochemical reaction. However, if the TDS level becomes too high, let's say greater than 5,000 parts per million, the risk of scaling on the chlorinator electrodes increases. That leads to a huge reduction in efficiency and potential damage to the system. Calcium hardness, measured as the concentration of calcium ions in the water, that plays a significant role in the formation of scale on the electrodes. During the electrolysis process, the cathode surface can experience localized increases in pH due to the production of hydroxide ions. That could then lead to precipitation of calcium carbonate as scale on the electrodes. Calcium carbonate scaling reduces the efficiency of the chlorinator by insulating the electrode surface, coats it, increasing the resistance to current flow and ultimately leading to higher energy consumption and premature failure of the system. Regular descaling of the electrolytic cell, as well as controlling calcium hardness levels. Ideally, you want to keep them below 200 to 400 parts per million. And again, like we mentioned in earlier episode about mustard algae preferring a calcium hardness level of 275 parts per million and greater, there's definitely a benefit and sticking to the lower side of that as well can also help to prevent those scaling issues. While the primary goal of saltwater chlorinator, of course, is to generate chlorine, several side reactions can occur depending on the water chemistry and the operating conditions of the system. Some of these byproducts may be harmless. Others can affect water quality, equipment longevity, and even bather comfort. At the anode, the primary oxidation reaction involves the conversion of chloride ions into chlorine gas. However, if the applied voltage exceeds a certain threshold, water oxidation can occur, leading to, again, the production of oxygen gas. This reaction competes with chloride oxidation and reduce the overall efficiency of chlorine production. In practical terms, the production of oxygen gas at the anode increases the energy consumption of the chlorinator as more electrical energy is required to generate the same amount of chlorine. In practical terms, the production of oxygen gas at the anode increases the energy consumption of the chlorinator. That's because more electrical energy is required to then generate the same amount of chlorine. Chlorate and perchlorate are potentially harmful byproducts that can form in saltwater chlorination systems under certain circumstances. These species are generated when free chlorine is exposed to higher temperatures, excessive UV radiation, or extended electrolysis at elevated voltages. The reactions involved are complex, but they generally follow a pathway where the chlorine species undergo further oxidation to form chlorates and perchlorates. Chlorate and perchlorate are stable in water and they accumulate over time, posing a potential health risk if they reach high concentrations. So monitoring and controlling the operating conditions of the chlorinator, as well as periodically diluting the pool water, can help to minimize the formation of these byproducts. In pools with significant bather loads, the presence of nitrogen compounds such as ammonia and urea from sweat and urine can lead to the formation of chloramines, including monochloramine, this we know, dichloramine, and then, of course, the more volatile nitrogen trichloride. These compounds are produced through the reaction between free chlorine and nitrogen-containing compounds. Saltwater chlorinators, while generating free chlorine, cannot prevent the formation of chloramines if excessive nitrogen compounds are present in the water. Regular shocking of the pool, combined with efficient filtration and water circulation, it's necessary to break down the chloramines and maintain the water quality. And of course, again, we've discussed in prior episodes, using that DPD number 3, that third yellow bottle, adding 5 drops of DPD 3 to the vial that already contains 5 drops of DPD 1 and 2 to see if the color gets darker. That will tell us when you need to shock the pool. That's going to tell you when you have a combined chlorine level. If the color is darker when you add the 5 drops of DPD 3, you have a combined chlorine level. DPD 3, again, that's the bottle in your kit that's easy to find because it's still full. Okay, maybe not all of you, but some of you. The electrochemical reactions that drive chlorine generation are complex and they are subject to various influences from water chemistry, including operating conditions and electrode materials. Understanding the redox reactions that occur within the chlorinator, as well as the potential for side reactions and byproduct formation, is essential for optimizing the performance of saltwater pools. By maintaining the correct salt level, managing pH and calcium hardness levels, and regularly monitoring the system for scale buildup or formation of harmful byproducts like chlorates and chloramines, you can ensure the long-term efficiency and effectiveness of the saltwater generator in your customer's pool. The electrochemical principles behind these systems can be harnessed, or at least gives you an insight on how the chemistry can be harnessed. Now, a few words from our sponsors, and then we jump into leveraging technology for growth, the digital tools for pool service businesses. We'll take a look at some of those. Be right back.
Jack's Magic Products is your industry leader in identifying, removing, and preventing stains. How? With a range of high-performance, eco-friendly products, keeping pools safe, clean, and ready to use all year round. The Jack's Magic 3-step program is a quick and effective way to remove stains and scaling. First, we identify the problem, then our top-quality products will remove the discoloration. Finally, our preventative solutions will keep your pool looking like new for much longer. Get helpful tips and check out our product catalog today at jacksmagic.com.
Pool Magazine is the hottest new publication for the pool and spa industry, featuring up-to-the-minute news on what's happening in the pool world in a fresh new stylized format with our mobile-friendly app. Pool Magazine is the app for keeping your fingers on the pulse of the pool industry. You'll find featured news, editorials, podcasts, videos, and more on the Pool Magazine app. Download on Google Play and the App Store.
Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable, and these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with a pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleanings faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
That is amazing. I could actually go out and make money doing filter cleans if they were like this. If they were Aquastar filters out there, then I could be a filter cleaner girl.
We can do that. Make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Todd? Love it. There you go. Awesome. Thank you, Jules the Pool Girl. Again, Aquastar Pool Products, pipeline filters. Super easy, right?
Super easy.
Okay, ready for round 2? Leveraging technology for growth. It's the 20s. So running a successful pool service involves a lot more than just technical knowledge of pool maintenance and repair. With increasing competition, changing customer expectations, and the growing need for efficiency, businesses in this sector, pool services, must harness the power of technology. Don't believe me? Wait till we hit the next recession. By leveraging scheduling software, customer relationship management systems, those are the CRM things you keep hearing about, and automation, pool service companies can significantly streamline their operations and improve client satisfaction. And you've seen that. There are a lot of folks out there that are using pool service management software. Buffer Zone, that sponsors the Monday podcast, the folks from Down Under, Peter, Shane, and Lee. And yes, you can use that all across the US. It's a perfect example. So all of those things help improve client satisfaction. So the integration of technology in pool service businesses gives you an opportunity to maximize your resources, reduce manual errors, and ensure smoother, more consistent customer experience. By adopting some of these cutting-edge tools, you can optimize your scheduling processes and better manage your customer relationships, as well as automating routine tasks, which can save you time and money. In this increasingly digital world that we're in, these tools aren't just optional enhancements. They're critical for staying competitive and expanding your business. Again, don't believe me? Wait till we hit the next recession. We are long overdue. Remember, I'm not just some Yahoo talking about this shit. I've done this. I've been in your shoes, and I know that time management is one of the most critical aspects of what you do. Efficiently managing your technician schedules, customer appointments, and service routes is a pain in the ass, especially for a growing company. But scheduling software can address those challenges by providing automated real-time solutions to optimize the planning of service routes and manage your appointments. Scheduling software allows pool service companies to plan and allocate their resources more efficiently. That's it. Bottom line, instead of manually managing schedules on paper or Excel sheets, these tools let you easily view, adjust, and update your schedules in real time. That's super important when dealing with unexpected changes, such as cancellations or tech availability or even weather-related disruptions. So with just a few clicks, appointments can be rescheduled, ensuring that service teams remain productive without overburdening technicians with unmanageable routes. If you miss somebody, you can't just build up somebody's route to the point that it's not doable in a day. I mean, you can, but it sucks to be that tech. Time travel between clients is a significant drain on your resources. I know that. Modern scheduling software uses geographic data to automatically calculate the most efficient routes. This helps you to reduce the time spent driving between customers and also lowers the fuel costs. Not only improves operational efficiency, but allows your technician to service more pools in a day effectively. Not just more in a day, but correctly and effectively, which results in increased revenue for you, for your business. These scheduling platforms will allow for seamless communication with your clients. Many of these software solutions offer automated reminders via SMS or email, reducing the likelihood of missed appointments or late arrivals. I don't know who guarantees time. I wouldn't. It's insane. Mad, I tell you. Clients do appreciate timely updates and confirmations, which does help build trust and long-term relationships. So believe it or not, those kinds of things do help, but they are a bear to adhere to. I know that, but by enhancing communication and accountability, pool service businesses can provide better service and differentiate. This is the key here. Differentiate yourself from your competition. I never know what time they're coming versus, oh, my pool service company is always here at 2. How practical it is, I don't know. If you can pull it off, yeah, that's going to give you an advantage. Like I said, there are a lot of software options out there available. A lot of them are tailored specifically to pool service. I could name a half dozen of them right now, just off the top of my head, that offer powerful scheduling capabilities, all designed to handle the complexity of route planning. So these tools are extremely customizable. That's the other thing about them that's kind of cool. So you can use it to be you. Doesn't mean you have to change everything about what you do or how you operate. A lot of them can integrate with other business management systems. That allows companies to manage all aspects of your operation from a single platform. By adopting scheduling software, pool service businesses can streamline the workflow, reduce your operational headaches, and then ultimately deliver better service. Customer relationship management is the backbone of any service-based business that values client retention and client satisfaction. For pool service businesses, a well-implemented CRM system allows for the tracking and management of customer data, service history, communication, and billing. That ensures that every customer interaction is organized and optimized for the best experience. Clients expect personalized service nowadays. That's what they want. They want to feel that their specific needs are being addressed and that they are not just another name on a list. They want that mom and pop experience. A CRM system makes that possible for a pool service business because it helps you to store detailed information about each client, including service preferences, previous work completed, billing details, and any special requests. Trust me, you think you can remember these things, but after a while, it gets to be a lot. You forget who told you what. Yeah, it depends on the number of customers that you have, but if you're interested in growing, don't you plan on having a lot of customers? I mean, if not, that's cool. But if you have growth in mind, you should look at these service software platforms. With all that information readily available, that can help you to provide a more tailored and professional service, which is going to lead to higher customer satisfaction and retention rates. But beyond managing individual service interactions, a CRM system also can serve as a powerful marketing tool because it can analyze your customer data. You can identify trends such as which services are most popular or when customers are likely to need additional maintenance or repairs. I mean, armed with that information, you can send targeted marketing communications to promote seasonal services, upgrades, special promotions. Automated follow-up messages can also be sent after visits. You can ask for feedback, or you can give reminders for future appointments. I mean, it's those small touches that give it that personalized feel. that increases that customer loyalty. Another benefit of these CRM systems is that it gives you the ability to streamline some of your administrative processes. In the past, managing customer service records, invoicing, and service histories would have all been time-consuming manual entry and paper filing systems. I know coming back from the field and then spending time in the office sucks doing paperwork. This can help you with that. These CRM systems automate so much of that work, allowing you to focus on growth rather than clerical tasks. Data entry should not be a huge part of what you do when you get back from the field. Integration with accounting software means that invoices can be generated automatically after a service is completed, and customer payments can be tracked in real time. That ensures that financial management is more accurate, and it reduces the likelihood of billing errors or missed payments. Did you ever forget to bill somebody? So there are a lot of these CRM solutions specifically designed for pool services with features that are extremely useful. Again, half a dozen different programs or more. These systems are highly scalable, making them extremely suitable, no matter what the size of your business, small, large, medium, whatever, no matter how many techs you have, 1 to 21, by investing in these CRM systems, you can enhance your customer relationship, drive repeat business, and create a more organized and efficient workflow. That's what these things help you to do, and that's what it's all about, right? Pool service business shouldn't be hard, but times are different. I know you know that. The way we advertise is so different nowadays. The way we look at everything is so different nowadays. Automation is a powerful tool and it can help you. It can reduce manual workloads, increase productivity, enhance customer service. Automate those routine tasks. You can focus on driving exceptional service and growing, and you don't have to get bogged down with this crap. Do you enjoy managing billing and chasing money? I don't. It's a pain in the ass. Traditionally, that required manual entry of everything, printing invoices, chasing down late payments. Now, automated billing systems, they can eliminate all of that. Invoicing can be done automatically, generated and sent to clients as soon as the service is completed, and automated reminders can be sent for overdue payments. This not only ensures that you get paid on time, but it reduces the risk of human error in billing, and that improves your cash flow. The other thing these are good at, which I don't know if you are good at this now or not, but is in managing your inventory, keeping track of pool chemicals, replacement parts, and other supplies. It can be a bitch and time consuming, especially for businesses with multiple service vehicles or worse, a few locations. Automated inventory management can track your stock in real time. It'll let you know when supplies are running low. This will prevent service delays because you will not have out of stock items, and it will ensure that your technicians always have what they need on hand to complete whatever job it is they're working on. Automation in this area also reduces the need for manual counts, and that frees up time for you to do other things. These CRMs also help to increase customer communication, from appointment reminders to post-service follow-ups. Automated messaging systems can ensure that your customers receive timely and professional communication without the need for manual intervention. For example, after a pool service appointment, an automated system can send a thank you message to the client along with a request for feedback. Did my tech suck? Whatever you want it to say. This is not only enhances the customer experience, maybe we shouldn't say that, but it does also give you some valuable insight on how you can improve your service quality out there in the field. Automated reporting, super important, helping you make informed decisions because it automatically generates reports on key metrics you may not have even thought of, but it can keep up on your technician performance, customer retention, revenue growth, all kinds of different things. Businesses can quickly identify any areas necessary or that need improvement and adjust your strategies accordingly. And for example, if a particular technician is consistently dragging ass, lagging, adjustments can be made to optimize their route or Maybe we need to provide additional training, but it will identify that. Similarly, automated financial reports can provide insights into the company's profitability and help identify opportunities for cost savings. And if you look at tools like Zapier, QuickBooks, and Xero, they offer extensive automation capabilities for pool service businesses. All you got to do is integrate these systems into your CRM and scheduling software. Then you can create a fully automated workflow that covers everything from customer communication to invoicing, reporting, etc. This saves you time, and it helps you to ensure that your business is running smoothly and efficiently. And that's really what it's all about. Heading into the 2020s, that's what we're discussing every episode on Friday. Something chemical at first, the second half, something totally unrelated. Not necessarily. Things are shifting. I have to keep up with it myself as well. And I just want to take you along with me. That's all I have for you guys today. If you liked the episode, leave us some love. Give us a review, 5 stars. Tell a friend. Got any questions or a specific subject that you want us to talk about? talkingpools@gmail.com. Send me an email. If we bring your question up in an episode, we'll send you out What the Flock Talking Pools podcast hat. And that email address, talkingpools@gmail.com. For any host that we have, ask the question. If it's for Wayne, I'll get it to Wayne. If it's for Steve, I'll get it to Steve. If it's for Andrea or Paulette or the team down under, I will get the message to where you want it to go. But just send it in, talkingpools@gmail.com. Again, yes, there's still a tree in my fucking pool. Until next time, be good, be safe.